Hello. Bill. Bill Pazdu. Good day, sir. Hey, I was watching Heathens. I just thought I just watched Heathens, an old. I think it's an old one. V and Eddie Murphy, Eric Murphy. Um, which one did you watch? Or better yet, come on in and tell me, because I haven't gotten to the Darth Dawkins thing yet. We could switch it around and do the chat room or the conversation room first. I don't mind either way, but I do need headphones, don't I? Do believe. I actually should check my setup here. Hold on a minute. Let me plug old headphones in. There we go. Settings. Give me a minute. Give me a minute, please. Oh, yeah, I knew it. Wasn't ready for it. Okay. Now, if anybody does come into the room, I can hear them. All right, Bill. I shocked you all by coming straight in with the. Well, I shocked you, Bill, because there were two watching. You're the only one left, but that's okay. Because this is really the continuation of the ongoing series, it seems to be, called Darth Dawkins on presuppositionalism, our reaction. So I am of the opinion that someone is a knocking. Hello. Hello, look out for number one. And we have a Bill. Hello, Bill. Oops. Oops. I mean, hello, Bill.
Hello.
How
Yeah.
goes? How goes? How goes?
You just want to sit here with me and just talk to me?
Just well, I will in a second if you give me a moment. I wasn't expecting company so early. I'm not dressed.
Yeah, I'm in the front room, not into the
Okay.
in the back HQ there with all the guitars.
Oh, you have more than one room. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's like more than 100% of the world. You know.
Well, I got a little all-in-one on my coffee table in the living room, and then I got
Yes.
the master studio back
Man.
there.
Man.
Yeah.
You got it all set up. You're like Mick Jagger. You got it all set up.
I'm set to go.
All right. So yes. What was happening on Heathens?
Yeah, Talk Heathens. It's J Mike and the other guy. It's live.
I don't
It's
like J Mike. He's kind of a slimy bastard.
Yeah, he gave you a hard time. I remember he was in on your feed here
He
a
was.
week or two ago.
No, it was longer than that. He came in with that Christian Muslim guy.
Yeah.
That Christian atheist Muslim guy.
Well, he's sitting there today talking about how the whole thing about gods is imaginary.
Wonder where he got that idea from. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but I watched Eric and Vi this morning, and then over to Talk Heathen. I just check every so often to see what notifications, and there you were.
Awesome. I just popped on right now. It's sort of I do pop-up feeds more than scheduled feeds. Look out for
Hmm.
number one's coming in as well after he grabs his coffee. I just grabbed mine.
He could be a regular.
I hope so, because he's a pretty rational guy. You're a pretty rational guy. You could be a regular.
Yeah, I'll be as regular as I can.
Well, just to make sure you eat a lot of fiber.
That's the one. Yeah.
All right. No, thank you. Yeah, that'll be cool.
It's never a good idea to strain at being regular. You just have to let it go.
Okay, I'll give you one hemorrhoidal attack for that one.
Ouch.
that phrase comes courtesy of your best friend and mine, Gary, Gestapo Gary.
The big DD.
I don't know how big his DD is, to be honest, but can't be that big if nobody wants him.
Trying to think. Oh, DDT. It's more accurate, but I got to think of what the T would be for. Anyway,
Darth Dawkins transvestite.
tranny. Yeah, he's
Darth,
tranny.
Darth Dawkins
Trans.
trans. There you go. But I like transvestite because that sort of nails it.
Maybe it's Darth Dawkins Transit. He's actually in transit. In a couple weeks, he'll come back and he'll be a different identity.
Okay, here's my challenge. Here's my challenge to you and me. We okay, at some point or another, the law of what does Darth Dawkins like to call it? Oh, the law of big numbers. The law of big numbers states that at some point in the future, given enough time, Gestapo Gary Darth Dawkins will come into this room and have a talk to us.
Yeah, and his name will be Dorothy Darkins.
Yeah, okay.
And he'll be welcome with open arms. Hey,
absolutely, yeah. We had Artangelo in last night, and we had Jill in last night. We had a really good talk.
Yeah, I was in the side chat for that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I actually, when I went offline, I left Lookout for Number One and Jill. They were having a discussion like they were having online. And I just took it offline and I went to bed.
Yeah.
I have no idea how long they went on for.
Yeah. Well, when you do the replays, when you post these things, you should have the chat replays. You can do that, can't you?
They are on. I don't know why they don't. They don't display. Enable chat replays. Tick and it's checked. So I honestly don't know why they don't. There's a Google thing.
Well, perhaps you need to do a little troubleshooting to promote the quality of what you're trying to put out.
Okay. Question though: Why do you need a chat replay?
So other people can see all my clever shit if they ever watch it.
Okay, got it.
I get on rolls, man.
No, you do. You do very well. Yeah.
Okay.
You do very well. It is something I need to look into. Hold on a moment, and I will make a note of it.
Well, you do that while I talk. Cryptomeria was on Skeptic Generation. She was in the side chat. And I said, hiya. And she sent me a response, a little flower.
Oh, she's a little hippie, isn't she?
What a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Is she still, you guys still alienated?
From who?
Cryptomeria. Is that how you say it?
Cryptomeria. No, we have no content.
Well, it used to be. Okay. There was some friction the last few times I saw her in your side chat.
Yeah. I have no idea why.
Yeah, it was out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere and it didn't stop, and it started getting very kind of invasive. So I blocked all channels. Simple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was starting to get a little bit like beyond comfortable.
Yeah. Creepy.
I never said that.
I did.
Okay.
Still.
I wonder how long it takes in the United Kingdom at 8 o'clock at night to make coffee.
I don't know about that. Why?
Well, because Lookout said he's going to make coffee and come in.
Oh, I see. I'm going to go back over to Talk Heathen because I have tabs on my browser here. So I can stay in your room, but I can jump over there. And I'm going to put in the side chat, check out Sydney Winston live now.
Ooh,
Is-
but they might be sorely disappointed when they do check it out because they'll be expecting something,
yeah,
something beyond what they're watching, and they're just going to get Sydney Winston.
yeah.
So maybe you could temper it down, Elizabeth, a
I
little
should
bit.
hold off on the. Okay, who they got on?
Just send them my PayPal. Never mind anything else.
Never mind. Yeah, PayPal Sydney Winston now. I did that. I did that once. I
Did
did
you?
it the other day. Yes, I did.
That'd
Set.
be hilarious.
Do you know this Setuf character that calls in?
Who?
Setuf. It's he jumbles the letters to fetus. It's a she her, but it's obviously
I don't know.
that's controversial. He's from Spain. He's been calling into a lot of those shows.
Oh. I don't
And
really listen to a lot of the shows. I only listen to
eh,
right now to replays of V and Eric
oh, okay, skeptic.
on Talk Heathen,
Oh,
or I watch Skeptic Generation.
yeah, yeah, they're doing all right. It was a pretty good one today. And but this Setov guy, he goes there and I keep blowing it, man. This lady Setov, this she, her Setov,
Mm-hmm.
makes the rounds to the XP stuff, and he's like the new Otangelo, and everyone doesn't want to hear him, but they put him up there anyway, and then he goes on and on. So
Talking about Artangelo, we had Artangelo on last night, like I said, with Jill
hmm
and Lookout, four of
hmm
us,
yeah,
and
you
it's
guys were talking about real estate.
we were just talking about stuff,
Yeah,
life.
what he does. Yeah,
Yeah, it was like very cordial. You see, it can be done.
I was very pleased that you guys were not rude to Otangelo.
We weren't rude to Artangelo. We weren't rude to Jill.
You threw something in right at the end before he left, as I recall. I don't recall what it actually was, but yeah,
I thanked him.
yeah, it was right before that.
Oh, I don't remember what I
It,
said.
it was more of a teasing thing, I think. I don't remember either. I'll have to watch it again.
Oh, was I being an asshole?
No, not blatantly, but it was just a little bit. But
Like passive aggressive? Was it being passive aggressive?
well, I've previously described you as insufferable, and you were not being insufferable. So
Well, I got to work on both of those then.
that was the first comment I put in the side chat watching you. I said Sidney Winston's insufferable.
Well, okay. Well, you pretty much nailed it, I guess.
Well, I thought you were overdoxing Darth a little bit back then. I didn't.
That's probably why Chris Cryptomeria turned on me. I think that was the reason.
Yeah. Hey, look out.
Hello there. Hello there.
Well, hello. Lookout. I need to know: was I overdoxing Darth?
Darth Dawkins.
Yeah. Did I overdox him?
Months ago.
Did I cross the line at some point and overdox Darth?
In my honest opinion, right? In my honest opinion, nobody can go overboard with Darth Dawkins. In my opinion, right? Because shit, this fucking thing doesn't go shit webcam.
Autofocus, don't you love it? Logitech autofocus.
It's okay. Don't
Fucking
worry.
fool.
I'll take my glasses off. It'll focus fine.
Bitch. Yeah. Right. So yeah, I mean, listen, anything said and done towards him, in my opinion, is totally justifiable. Seriously, totally justifiable. Right? I was
Okay,
nice
there
to
you go,
Otangelo.
Bill. Yes.
No,
you
seriously,
were.
I'm not. No, seriously. I mean, tell me, why should we be nice to somebody that is a despicable person to other people? Why? Just I don't know. I like to be educated.
I still like to be nice to a despicable person, but there's a level of tolerance that I can that when it's breached, I turn into the Hulk.
A snarling cur.
Yes.
An insufferable snarling cur.
Exactly.
More power to you. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a raging fit.
That's was my first impression of you.
I become an angry green atheist.
That's where you were when I first tuned in.
Okay.
Really.
Well, I haven't. Hey, you know what I was thinking? Back in 2015 and 2016, it was like my golden years, where every single week I was on this secular TV channel.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of doing a retro of 18 months of I called my show Reason Speak.
Okay.
So I'm thinking of doing one of the things I'm thinking of doing is having a look at how, number one, we've changed in how we present ourselves on YouTube now versus 6-7 years ago, and number two, how I've changed, how I've either gotten worse or stayed the same. I don't think I've
And
improved much.
what was your listenership back then?
Yeah, yeah.
What
I was always more anxious back then.
What about your viewership? Was it more numerous?
Well, on the secular TV channel, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
2,000 of them. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
But then again, it wasn't just me; it was a whole bunch of people having their own particular shows.
Uh, was it? It was like a channel.
It's a YouTube channel.
It's still there.
I think the channel's still there. I've taken I have control of the channel, so I've taken everything down or turned everything off, so you won't see any videos. But the ones that I made, the ones that were my episodes, I've brought them over here. I have them on my local drive, and I think I've started uploading them already under a Reason Speak playlist.
Yeah.
But I want to do reaction videos to them because there's a history there.
Well, I would just suggest you edit them first
For what?
to keep a flow going. I don't know. I never saw the things. I haven't seen it yet. So just so long as they're
Well,
not too
that's
long.
they are they're an hour or two probably the most. But the thing is, they're reaction videos, so you speed through them, you do whatever
Yeah.
there's no set rigid format to follow when doing a reaction video. You can like sometimes I've started doing reaction videos, and after 5 minutes we start talking about something else
Yeah.
totally unexpected.
So they'll be available on your channel in a playlist anytime soon.
I think they already have some
Okay.
of them. I don't think maybe I haven't put them all up there, but maybe I have. I don't know.
Well, any of them. I just want to get a general idea what
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go
And
there.
what's the name of it? What was the name again?
Reason Speak.
Reason Speak.
Yeah, but it was totally new. So the first episode is like a totally wing it. Like we don't know what we're doing, who we're doing it with, until we get to about the 10th episode. Maybe we had it sort of figured out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's your
You know,
homework.
yeah. Sorry, you know that Jesus is Lord guy, the guy that came yesterday.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. That one. Right. So I was just watching about half an hour of his live stream. Okay, and I had to get uh, to get this quote from this Christian, right?
Mhm.
And I could not believe that this bitch he said this, right? He said, and I quote verbatim: "Sometimes it is better to be a slave in the ancient Middle East."
Okay. Well, where's she wrong?
Huh?
Where is she wrong?
Where is he wrong?
Yeah. If sometimes it's better to be a slave, then maybe sometimes it is better to be a slave. In fact,
Is because he's justifying slavery,
no,
right? So
I watched. Hold on a second. Hold on. I watched a show yesterday by Mary Beard, and she was talking about these big sort of monuments in Rome to people's accomplishments, and she was going about how one guy put up this massive monument, and on the inscription was, "I'm a slave, and yet I became a baker and a master baker, and I made a lot of money, and here's my monument." So being a slave is not always bad.
yeah, what that correlates between somebody being successful versus slavery.
And we're talking about ancient Rome, okay, specifically. I'm not, I don't, and probably I'm sure in the Parthian Empire, it's much the same. there were slaves and there were slaves.
Yeah.
Especially
So,
those captured who were sort of educated, so they could
so
work
it's like
they could work in administration and they could do translation, stuff like that. Those kind of slaves didn't do too badly.
Yeah, like Tony Curtis in Spartacus. He had it made as a slave. He runs off and joins Spartacus. But he was, what was the actor's name? He's the guy. But he was his body servant, and he knew how to sing, and he had a comfortable castle to live in, and he had it all made. And then he runs off for Kirk Douglas.
He must have been watching like American TV or something, because they instill this type of nonsense in people. Freedom.
yeah, freedom.
That's what they want over in Iraq, and they'll love us. They'll throw flowers on the street. We're finally bringing democracy and freedom to them.
Oh, I remember that. I was so embarrassed because I honestly thought that was going to happen.
Yeah,
I really did. I really thought it was going to happen, and then oops, mistake.
There must have been another scenario.
I didn't account for the Arab hatred of the West.
It's any invader.
Well, what do you reckon? You are in your hometown, even if you have an AK-47 or something like that, and the
liberators are coming. Liberators are coming, though.
No, it's not even coming. They're gonna fucking blow you up because they will say, "Oh, look at that, insurgents!"
Yeah.
Right? Send them a fucking rocket, right? 3 fucking miles away and blow the fuck away with a fucking with a what? 15, 20,000, I don't know, 100,000. The cost of the rocket, right? Just to blow up some idiot with a fucking AK-47.
I suggest that everybody in the area get the fuck over to Vancouver. It's safer. But
people used to complain to me that I don't want my tax dollars going for scientific research or some liberal social program. And so I would say to them, just consider all the money you're ever going to pay in your entire money-making career, all the tax money you'll pay, and just consider that paid for 3 feet of one missile that they shot off in the Iraq War, something you support. Okay, that's all where your money went. Because there's plenty of other people who don't want their money to go to that missile. They'd rather see the frog sex research. So it all works out. Quit your bitching. Quit your bitching.
And your free oil that you're gonna get for now on.
That's funny.
Well, that which doesn't burn. They burned up my freebies.
Yeah, how fucking rude of them, you know what I mean? We're trying to liberate them, and they burn our fuel.
I got a question. How do Tesla cars lubricate their bearings? Do they have bearings?
Tesla cars, they stole that from the Mazdas. From the Mazdas, the rotary engine technology. How does a rotary engine work?
Ask
and
Mazda.
Why don't they still?
Ask Mazda.
Why don't they still? Aren't they still around? It's a circular argument. That's why.
Why are wheels round? Is that what you asked?
No, they have the rotary engines. They got. Where's it? Come on. They got the rotary engine.
With the least moving parts, kind of thing.
I don't know how it worked. Did it have pistons, or what was rotary about it? I see something spinning around, like those Norelco shavers on your face,
right,
something like that.
That's what it
under
was.
the hood.
The things that rotated.
Yeah. So how they lubricate those? But the bearings.
Well, that had oil. We know that had oil.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, does an electric car not need oil to lubricate its bearings? If it has bearings, I don't know how it works at all.
Okay, well, I'm going to Google it.
Yeah.
It could be brushless, and then use magnetic to, so it doesn't need to be.
Well, when it comes to the
oil.
wheels, there's got to be a lot of moving parts.
Oh well, yeah. No, sorry. Okay. You're
Anything
talking
that
about wheels. Yeah. No, not anything that spins. Anything that needs pressure downwards, not necessarily a spin. Because if
Do Teslas have bearings? They have wheel bearings.
Right.
Okay.
So,
The
yeah.
reason it's not one motor per wheel. It's either one motor driving the rear wheels or one motor driving the rear wheels and a second motor driving the front wheels. I don't know. That's too mechanical.
they got the engines in the wheels.
Yeah, it's like the monkeys have a tail for their brain, a brain for their tails.
Hold on a second. They got a battery feed to a motor in the wheels.
No, front and rear axles. That's what it's saying.
Mm,
Yeah, one for the back or one for the front or both of them. So it's
Yes.
basically like a four
All
by
right,
four.
we're
It's
getting
saying.
off track. I just want to know how they keep their bearings. Do they use oil in their car manufacturing? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
And
Electric motor bearings.
I implore you to find it out for me, please.
Okay. Well, the question was, do electric cars have bearings? I just say, I'll put the word lubricate in there. I'll probably get something
Yes, do
crap.
electric cars
have
parts
bearing.
do electric car parts need lubricating?
You don't have to put all that in there when you're doing a search.
No,
You just
you
have to
don't.
put
But it's
keywords.
but when I'm not typing it, it's easy to say.
I'm anxious to learn about electric motor lubrication in the industrial environment because I have very few of the electric motors in automobiles require periodic maintenance. Most have sealed bearings or bushings, which never require attention. Do electric cars use lubricants? Lubricants, they require lubricants in vital electric components, such as coolants for the battery, gear oils for differentials, chassis, gear reducer, and wheels, brake fluids, and grease for other components. And I like to,
What if they stop pulling oil out of the ground?
they may have to make synthetic oil out of plants.
Right.
Well, why don't they just do that now and not pull oil out of the ground for like
Because
where synthetic oil can actually replace real oil? Why don't they do that?
Well, they do with from corn and all that stuff. I guess it's still
Then
not.
why are we still allowed to use real oil when synthetic oil would be better and it's abundantly available?
It's still more expensive because of the infrastructure.
right.
Yeah, but
Right.
if everybody uses it, it's just going to work itself out.
Yes, we'd have to convert over, which has costs, and then the people that would have to do that resist it, and they're the ones that pay the lobbyists to keep the laws going. So we got fossil government, fossil fuels, fossil government.
You know
And
what?
It's cheaper. First of all, it's cheaper to take it from another country first.
Yeah, get it for free. Start a war, get it for free.
Exactly.
Even when they burn it, you still come out ahead.
Right.
I'm telling you, they came out ahead on that one.
But you know what? We already reached what is called a term called peak oil. Have you heard about that one?
No,
right. Peak oil is a moment in time where where humanity, we're talking about the whole fucking globe right now, no just one asshole country, right, consumes more oil than you can extract. That's a fucked up time, right? Yeah. So we're already down the hill. We'll put it that way. Right.
When they talk about all the billions that they're spending to wage a war, isn't that money going? That money's been going to people making money. They make the money goes to them. So it's coming out of the government, but it's going in somebody's fucking pocket.
It's coming out. It's coming out of the people who run government. It's coming out. It's coming out of their left pocket, and they're giving it to the people who run the people who supply government. Their families. Friends.
Friends.
Yeah. And then they make a ton of money, and then it sort of gets circulated back a little bit of it. So that's how
brown envelopes
trickle down. See, it trickles.
Yeah,
it's not trickle down. It's trickle round.
Trickle out.
Yeah.
So that's the way it's supposed to be, though, right? That's the best way to do it.
That's the way it is because of people.
Realistically, yes, you have to go where the people go.
Yeah.
And realistically,
no, you have to go where the leaders pushes us,
and it's mainly because of the people who appoint the people who are corrupt, like you and me.
Well, should government and its policies be 2 steps ahead of the people, or should they always have to be coming up from the back and catching up to where people want? How should that work?
Well, the answer would be, we know what the people want, right? So we're gonna steer the ship according to the will of the people, which is what we say to the people that they need to be. Not, for example, we got scientists that have developed XYZ. So they got the media bullshit people to actually throw the fucking thing in the media, and we say, "Fuck me, that's a good idea." Yeah, okay, we go with it, right? That was the fucking first the plan all along. Yeah, so they're just going, they're riding the wave. They are sliding in front and sending the bullshit along. Yeah, and we going, oh yeah, man, that feels, the wave feels good, right? Until you reach a point where we fucked up. Call it peak oil, call it recession, call it whatever the fuck you want, bubble up and down in the economy or whatever, right? And it's, oh, that's the way it goes. It's called the economy. Fuck off. It's
Television.
called, yes.
Television made all that possible. As far as controlling people's mind control and such, the
Yep.
golden age of television changed the way we think. We think in 30-second sound bites, and and all that stuff that happened in the 60s, 50s, and 60s.
Mhm.
Before there was television, we didn't have things were slower.
Right.
Things were some people were clear. Now it's just we're fucking banging against the walls. Everything's going so fast, and who's got control of those tendrils? It's being decentralized by the internet, which makes things even crazier because now you've got these fringe fuckers that are highly organized. They didn't have access to doing that, and the stupidity has blossomed in them. Gullibility, credibility, stupidity, misguided. It's all blossomed through the decentralization of the wonderful internet age of communications.
And they put it up in a box. They put a fucking boat and says, "Government, this is what I got control of." Yeah, what you want to make the box bigger, smaller, this, that. Yeah, and I'll package up for you, and I give it to my people, my viewers, right? And I shape it to fit your argument, your narrative, or whatever. And
You tell
fucking
them
happy
everything you
days.
tell them. Yeah, to get
Yeah,
you
exactly. Yeah,
going. Cult
yeah.
of personality. How can a fucking idiot like Trump get elected president? How could that have possibly happened? The guy was a TV show host and a cad. All the history that I ever saw him, I never watched him and stuff. But his little rich guy in New York City, he was always a smarmy sucker. When he was young like that, you know. And this guy
He hooked onto the evangelicals.
and evangelicals, are they really that big? The voting numbers really that big? There was something else he tapped into.
No.
Yes, for the electoral college, the way it was, they went out into the rural areas and they said go. The churches collectively said to their congregants, go out and vote, get out and vote, and of course they were all voting Trump.
They're not supposed to do that, are they?
No, but before that, even
2016,
I was watching
in 2016 wasn't the Wild West.
No, but I think what he started doing was using a negative for his own popularity gain, and that was Hillary Clinton fucked up on the SEAL Team 6, right? In I think it was Kuwait. Sorry, I stand corrected. Benghazi, correct. Yeah, and this bitch fucked up and didn't send anything live. I mean, that happened, right? Yeah, and Donald Trump went all overboard. He said, "Oh, if I'm president, I prosecute this bitch." Right? What happened? Fuck all.
Nothing. Yeah.
Fuck all.
Nothing.
Yeah, but huh?
Nothing should have happened to Hillary Clinton. What was her big crime?
Heavy crime. She stopped a
rescue team.
A rescue team that was around the fucking corner, right? Because she's saying
that's
that
not nice.
Because the protesters that were at the gate were doing a what do you call it? A normal protest, not violent protest. Yeah, a peaceful, a peaceful, right? Allegedly, when the SEAL team was looking at the fucking binoculars, say, look, we can see AK-47, we can see RPGs, we can see people surrounding the fucking perimeter, right, from afar, Yeah, what the
Right.
fuck is happening? Get your shit together, bitch. Nah. She says,
Hey,
you know what I mean? No, it's all cool. It's all cool. It's all cool. Don't
well, it's
worry
not
about
like
it.
her motivations were she really wanted them all to get killed
Well,
and
she
stuff.
No,
certainly
but
didn't know.
she was.
And it wasn't her. It was a
It
whole
was
chain of
her.
command.
It was
a whole-
her.
She's the chief.
It
She's
was her. She had the
responsible.
fucking power. She was, what's it called? The
She's
Secretary
the-
of Defense.
She takes
She was Secretary of Defense.
responsibility. She takes
Yeah.
responsibility.
She was Secretary of Defense, and she had the
takes
ultimate. Yeah,
responsibility.
right.
That's
And,
right,
and then
Captain.
and then she did not do it. She did not do it because
No.
there was a political event happening.
Right.
Right.
And also James
Yeah,
Comey. James Comey kind of threw a little bit under the bus, so that dashed Hillary Clinton. Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was events, 11th hour events that should
Yeah,
have
like
occurred
3
in the
days or
political
something.
season.
3 days before the election or something like that, James Comey says, "Well, she really fucked up, but I don't think we should prosecute her." You know, that type of thing.
Yeah, we're
Right.
looking for more. Now there's more emails because that Wiener guys, they found all that stuff in the Wiener.
Oh,
You
yeah,
remember Wiener?
I haven't heard his name for years.
Yeah, well, I guess he's keeping it zipped up. His career is all zipped up.
Good choice.
Yeah, it's keeping it indoors.
Well, so what's the worst thing about Biden? What's the best thing about Biden?
It's the best thing. He won't last that long.
How do you know?
He's an old fucker.
Yeah, you
what do you
think Trump will be alive for the next election?
Well, he's got the money to have the medical force to keep him alive. It's like my queen. It's like my fucking queen. I mean, that woman, fucking, she's not gonna die.
Yeah,
she's not gonna die.
yeah.
Right? Yeah. How can you fucking? You know what I mean? If you die by natural causes. It's fucking. It's time to go, man. I'm fucking pissed off.
Well, she never has any stress, so she can live a long time.
Fucking zero stress.
Yeah.
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 Don't want one speech a year and happy days. Right? And it's probably made up. Well, not made up, but somebody made it for her.
She
Right,
eats
so it's got
small
sweet ass.
children. Small children keep her healthy. You know, Dick Cheney doesn't have a pulse. You know that. He's still around, isn't he? He hasn't passed away yet, is he? The guy hasn't had a heartbeat for decades.
He's dead to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to see how the Trump, you know, he probably needs to be checked to see if he's actually got a heart left.
A heart or a
Or if it's just
heartbeat?
a heart. It's just such a large a large cheeseburger in there now. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Disgusting.
The
We
hell's
could
that?
do so much better. That's the thing. I mean, I really liked Obama.
I hate the guy when I loved his intelligence, right? His straightforwardness. But when I saw this piece of shit bow to a Saudi leader priest, right, and kiss his fucking hand, that was the end for me respecting that idiot, right? You know what I mean? How can you fucking bow a leader of the world, of the best country in the world? This fucking bitch is going down and you know, I'm bowing to him as a sign of respect, a Muslim respect.
I think he was familiar with the Muslim culture. He had some Muslim influence in his culture, in his upbringing, and so he was just doing. So it wasn't such a weird thing for him to do it. He was just trying to, show that he would.
Did you know?
Sensitivity to the culture. That's what leaders do.
No, the leaders. It says this is my shit. You respect my shit, but we are both leaders, so we are equal in our thing. I don't have to bow to you, right? Did he get a proper handshake? No, he didn't, right? He just said, "Hey, you bitch."
Remember when Nancy Reagan wouldn't bow the Queen? Remember that?
Oh yeah,
story?
that's cool.
No, I
cool.
don't
Fuck it. Yeah,
remember
that's
Nancy
cool.
first.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big stink.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Well, he apologized to the Muslim world, didn't he? He made an apology about to Iraq, or who did he apologize to? Egypt?
Who?
Obama did. Obama made an apology for the misconduct of Americans, of America, historical misconducts of America.
Fuck it out.
Yeah, damn you, America.
That's way too far.
I thought that was a good thing. Yeah, so you don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like chauvinism and nationalism and all that. Patriotism is misplaced because
Yeah.
all this foreign policy shit is just big businessmen cutting the throats of peasants across the seas where we can't see.
That I agree with that. I agree with that.
Hey,
But
hello, Clout. Clout's in the house.
God, I'm not seeing this fucking chat. Oh, fucking hell. My apologies. I did not have the chat, so I'm so fucking rude.
He's not Trump best.
Who's not Trump? Oh,
He's not Trump the best. You're talking about that. That's what's best.
Biden.
Biden
is not Trump.
so that's the best.
That's the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, Biden's he's no big prize either.
I was in support of what's the vice president's name now? What's her name?
Her name.
Oh, that lady.
Harris.
Elizabeth Warren.
What's her name from California?
Yeah. Oh no.
Huh?
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Way back in the primaries, she was my gal, man, and she faded. She couldn't catch on. I said, "Oh shit!" And then boom, there she was. And she's not doing that good now, I guess, popularly or early. But
yeah, but that's all. That's all.
I'm hoping for her.
Yeah, I mean, next year is the
2024.
Yeah. Nah, next year. I'm waiting for the midterms because that's going to be a huge signal.
Yeah, we've got to defy history here, and the party in the White House can't take huge losses, or we're really fucked.
But you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who, what face is on the White House. You're voting for the guy, not for the policies. Because the guy there that reaches at the top, he just says, "Fucking, I'll change my mind." Yeah. What are you gonna do? I'm still gonna be for 4 years in that place and doing whatever the fuck I want.
I think there's
technically.
Yeah, technically, but I think there's more of a.
Did you ever see a picture?
There's a crew.
Did you ever see a picture of Winston Churchill, Stalin, and Roosevelt sitting in, I think, sitting together in somewhere, Malta or wherever, or Tehran,
the Malta Conference.
Yeah, and discussing, how they're going to, rule the world from now on. Well, how about we put ourselves? Yeah, how about we put ourselves in sort of that type of situation, where we are the rulers of the planet, and we're discussing, because we're atheists, how we gonna slice it up.
Well, we are not we, because I can do fuck all, right?
Except
so when you say we, is the leaders of the.
You're Britain. I mean, you're the United Kingdom, obviously. And you, Sir Bill, are United States, and I am the Soviet Union, I guess.
Okay. The first thing we do in America is we establish a triumvirate presidency.
Oh, yes.
You have 3 presidents.
Yes.
And how you do this is they only serve 1 6-year term, and one of them goes up for election every 2 years. So you've got, instead of midterms, you have the American people, if they don't like the way the consensus is working, they can vote for the president that's selected to change the mix. Okay. So also you get rid of the Senate. Okay, so you get rid of the Senate, you have a House of Representatives, have a triumvirate presidency, 1 6-year term, and then you're gone, and one's replaced every 2 years. There's an election, and it'd have to be different to get that started. But once it's in place, that would be the best possible executive arrangement.
How
right?
How do vetoes work?
It's consensus.
So how does anything get done?
2 presidents.
How does it? Who's got the final
consensus.
say? Who's got the final say?
It depends on the mix. The mix of the people. The presidents are elected by the people. So there's.
All right. So we're 3.
So they're not looking for re-election.
We're 3 presidents. Oh, so there's 1 president at a time.
What?
There's 1 president.
No, 3 presidents. It's the executive office is 3 presidents, and they rule. They sign and pass or veto by consensus.
Like the God triune. Do you understand, Sid? Don't be fucking
No,
stupid,
yeah,
right? It's a
okay.
triune.
Well, all right. Let's build back better. How are we gonna do this?
Okay, build back better.
Yes.
Well, you pass a law that says no person working for any company can make more than 3 times the amount of the lowest paid person.
Oh no, I hate that. I
And then
hate that.
second off, initial risk to start business, entrepreneurial risk should not be rewarded in perpetuity. If you're an entrepreneur and you start up a business, once it's profitable for like 6 years and you've made your investment back and your money, it reverts to everybody. Ownership of all
Hate
the
that.
people in the company,
Hate that.
of which none makes more than 3 times. Third, all the necessities of life are provided for. And the only thing that's subject to free enterprise and stuff is luxuries. Okay. So everyone has a basic house, food, healthcare, everything they need to get by. So
Okay,
they're
now
not
you've
spending
got
any
my
money
attention.
on
Now
that
you got
shit.
my attention. All right.
But if they want nicer things, then they have. Then it's a market system.
Okay, see if we
I
were
can beat that.
if we were
What?
living under that system, I mean, now we're not presidents anymore, we're just regular people. Would we survive on your third suggestion? On your third rule? Where the government
Which one?
the government provides all the necessities for everybody. Like we're sitting here on the YouTube on YouTube all day, let's say. Would the government provide that convenience to us to be able to do that, freedom to be able to do that?
Yeah, well, you have to severely limit the wealthy. You can't have
Why?
disparity between
look,
people
it is the experience
because it's
of
immoral.
it is
Wealth.
hold on, let me finish. It is the experience of the humanity that I am part of that there's always enough money to go around. So you don't have to take away.
Impossible.
It is possible. It is possible because you either steal
No,
it,
no,
you either
no,
steal it, or you owe it and you never repay it. Simple.
The money's there, but how does it get fungible? How does it reach the people?
It's
It's all
still
sequestered. It's
Through
sequestered.
still you're missing the point.
through human competence and the collapse of corruption.
In the basement of the Vatican. Through rape and pillage and injustice and war all through the years.
What's in the basement of
the
the
real
Vatican?
money?
Well, let's go get it. Let's go get it.
Well,
Unite to fight the Vatican.
Infidels. You're missing a point.
What?
Right?
Sydney,
You're
you
missing
go
a
like
point.
this. You go like this. You go like this. Look out, and I'll go like this.
Okay.
Right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. You cover your eyes. Look out. Cover your eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
You got
Right.
one. Okay. All right,
Shit.
Sydney. Okay.
Okay. So hold on a sec. We have four. There's 4 of us. There's also Cloud. Under your system, since you all work for is luxury, you couldn't hate on the wealthy because they earned it. Ta-da! Good point.
Right. Fuck.
I got you. You got
Right.
you.
You were
They
talking
earned it.
Yes.
No. I got a better solution, and it's worldwide. Trust me.
Okay.
Right. So we're talking about 3 presidents here, right?
I don't know.
What's your version, Sydney? Then I
Version of what? Free precedents?
we started the conversation here saying that we're going to have 3 presidents, right?
Oh, 3
Governing
presidents.
the world.
Right. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the world, just the country. Yeah.
Well, no, you cannot have 3 presidents in one fucking country. We're talking
Exactly.
about.
I was talking
Sydney
about the
started
whole
saying that
world. Yes.
Correct. Exactly.
Oh,
Yes.
Exactly. You see, Bill, please. You know, we are here. Work with us.
He's working
Right?
with us. Don't worry.
So it was a wild. Yes. The idea was how can we govern, right, the planet for better sustainability for everybody, right? That was basically the aim. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you came with your version of how to admin the place, right? Yeah. Now,
Well,
you-
I was saying that if you want to govern the world, you first have to get American order. We're the most powerful in the world. So
r-
I was thinking in terms of fundamental, get America right, and then it will
Well,
spread by
Canada's
example
all,
to the world.
why not take a successful country like Canada and use Canadian ideology and economic policy and foreign policy as the poster boy of how countries should react, and everybody should follow Canada's example, and everybody will be nice and friendly and handshaky, and let's have a cocktail.
They could do that.
That we could do that. Let's do
Nothing
that.
stopping them.
Let's do that. Let's see if we
so
can
what's
get.
what's your version?
Okay, I'll get the two of us, the three of us, and Justin. We'll talk. What's whose version?
Look out. What were you asking?
We got Bill's point of view. Now, what's Sydney's point of view on how to what they say rule?
Oh, how to rule the world with
How to govern.
How to govern the world with 3 presidents.
This
Yeah,
is getting
well,
weird, man.
Indeed. Yeah.
Well, the Romans tried it.
No, I was talking about the United States.
Well,
Yeah.
hold on.
Might as well go global. Why not?
The Romans tried it. They triumvirate. There was Julius Caesar, there was Pompey, and there was Marcus. What's
The
the fuck was-
triumvirate was Cassius, Augustus, and Mark Antony. Was the Roman triumvirate?
Julius Caesar.
Cassius,
Oh, well, no, yes,
No,
yes,
the
yes,
Roman triumvirate.
yes. Julius Caesar and Pompey.
No, he was killed. That's why they formed no. That's why they formed the triumvirate. Was after the
After
murder
he
of
was
Caesar and all
killed.
that civil war. And you wound up with Augustus Caesar, Octavius, and Crassus. Had the other force in Mark Antony.
yeah, but
They were the competing-
Crassus was killed as well.
No. Well, later, yeah. I think they lost. Okay, I'll Google it. You keep on talking, and I'll Google
What
it.
I'm saying is that it degraded into civil war.
Yes.
The triumvirate
Right, but
was
that
put
depends
together.
on their approach.
The triumvirate was put together to accomplish some kind of a political goal in defeating a common enemy. Once that common enemy was defeated, then they turned on themselves. And
You were right, Sydney. You were right.
thank you.
Caesar, Pompeius Magnus, and Marcus Linnæus Crassus. That's what That's what's the
Marcus.
first triumvirate.
Right.
Okay, and the purpose of the triumvirate though was to split the rule and to keep this huge empire together, or republic, whatever the fuck it was.
Republic at the
God,
time. It was a republic.
Really, I'm a historical novice.
It's a republic at the time.
Yeah, that's why they killed Caesar, Julius Caesar. Is because
After
they thought he
Julius
wanted to be
Caesar,
emperor.
after Julius Caesar from Octavius or from Augustus, then it becomes an empire. It switches
Right.
from republic to
See, my perspective on history comes from the series Rome. Okay, that's with and then I Claudius. That's another good one. I
I
Claudius.
saw that.
Yeah, that's very good.
Well, that's good because
And,
that's Augustus.
that-
That's the first emperor.
Yeah, it starts with Augustus, and
Well, that's the first
Ends with
emperor.
Nero.
That family, yeah, maybe. Is that the Flavian or whatever they call themselves, dynasty? Is that what that is?
Yeah. The Flavian dynasty. I forget what their last names were.
So how do you think the economic system will be sustainable? When you said, oh, there's enough, right? I think you, Bill, you said that it was enough, right? Or was it you, Sydney?
No, that was Sydney.
Sydney, sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, there's enough money.
You said there's enough money.
There's enough money. There's enough food. There's enough resources. There's enough everything.
Okay, I partially concur, but the money side of it.
The money side of it. Let me finish on the side of it. Stop spending the money on guns and spend the money on the social, on the people. There's plenty money for this program, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies. There's plenty of money. The money's there. It's what they spend it on. Okay, sorry.
I had an idea years ago when I was younger of the world governance called the Human Unity Commission. And it was to establish a world governance established by first you take and identify all the extant cultures and nations and ethnic cultures in the world. And you have a group of experts to decide what those needs are, what these cultures need to be stabilized and assured. And then you administer a world government to protect the integrity of these cultures and to coexist. The Human Unity Commission. All the militaries converted to construction and delivery of resources and such like that, because there's no wars anymore. So all that vast resources is all about delivering the needs of the people, depending aligned to what their personal, ethnic, or cultural needs are. So everybody gets what they want.
You're
Okay.
fucking almost dead on what I was about to say. Go on, exactly, precisely.
It would be a clearinghouse. The
Indeed.
world government would be a clearinghouse,
Right,
to supply everything everybody needs.
right.
The way
Now,
they need it.
let me demonstrate that using any money, any currency, any fiat money, right, is a detriment as a whole, right? And I'm going to give you an example that I used to say to my colleagues when I was driving with them, just for a thought experiment, right? Instead of going global, people might not understand the implication worldwide. I use the monopoly money, right? And the monopoly money, the monopoly money, imagine that is the whole amount of money in the world, right? So there's no more, right? Even if you make, that would be the total sum, right?
Correct.
So
Correct.
let's say, for argument's sake, that total sum, you say, yeah, because it always will be the total, right? So if the total, you put any single percent above it, the question is, where do you get that percentage from? Right? If you understood the question. For example, if there's only 100 units of something, doesn't matter if it's whatever currency, gold or whatever, right? But that's the only thing that exists.
Bitcoin.
Right? I'm talking about the maximum amount, okay? Right? And somebody says, I want that. You go, okay, I'm gonna give you that, but I want 10% back. That would mean 110 if it's 100 units of something, right? But the 10 does not exist. Do you understand what I mean? Right? It cannot be made, right? But we make it up in a different way in our mind. They call it digital money, right? Which is digital money doesn't exist.
Well, why do we need money anymore anyway? Paper money.
No, correct. No, correct.
Well,
yeah,
sure does.
Yeah, well, I mean, fiat currency, it does exist. It does move. Huh?
Yeah, well, you do handle it.
The value of the paper is not the value.
I know, but it's still a negotiable instrument.
Yeah, no. I'm going through. No, I'm not talking about the actual value itself of the currency. I'm talking about mathematical issue, right? If there's 100 things, right, 100 things, fine. But on the I want to return 10% of what I gave you, meaning that he has to return 110. Right. So the question I ask my friends is where the 10 came from. Whatever unit you decide it is, I don't give a shit if it's poop or eggs or ball bearings or money. Right. The idea, the thought,
it's energy. It's energy. It's work. What is money? It's someone's labor.
No. But I won't. Yeah. No. Okay, you didn't get my point. Well, my point is I won't return. I want to return my return. I want to say exactly the same thing as I gave you plus 10%.
Yeah, profit. And you can.
It's physically but the answer of this dilemma is physically impossible. If there is 100 units of something, and I'm asking for 110, i.e. 100, and you gave me 10% plus what I gave you, right? There's none. That's what I was getting at, right? Physically, there's none. Because we're talking about the absolute maximum, the monopoly money. Can you give me 10% of the total of the monopoly money back? No. Right?
I don't understand. I don't
It's
understand what
physically
you're getting at.
possible.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
Yeah, you're talking about what the money represents. You're not talking.
No, I'm
I
talking.
don't
I'm talking
understand what
about the
you think
numbers.
the money represents.
Uh,
The numbers, there's nothing.
You're talking
Right,
about a
what's difficult,
Monopoly
but
game, where there's a set
it,
stack of money.
no. I'm giving you a Monopoly game.
Linklander.
It was the concept of the game, right? Just give you an example of the game. That's why I said 100 units of whatever, right? But people have played Monopoly in some way or form, right? So they understand the principle. It is a closed system.
Yeah,
right?
but
You
the
can
aim is to
equate the
destroy
Monopoly
everybody
money with-
else. The aim is to destroy everybody else and
Yeah, Sydney, but
and own
yeah,
everything.
I'm talking about the simple. Yeah, but I'm talking about the common denominator of the problem, right? Which is charging for something, right? Or using money to create more money. And you cannot create more than was already there.
Money represents toil and energy. When you get the money, okay, you can now acquire things that it took toil and energy to make, but you don't have to do it yourself. Okay, that's the value of the money. Okay, the it's a
But I'm
standard
going.
exchange. That's what
But
profit is.
yeah,
I can get stuff that I didn't have to do myself.
I understand. You're talking about inside of the 100 units. You're talking about the unit 1, unit 2, unit 3. I'm talking about the whole fucking thing at the same time. The whole Monopoly money. The whole. There is no. What I'm saying is, okay, I'll go straight to the fucking point. Anything that goes interest, that figure does not exist. Right? That currency, that 10% currency does not exist. If you sell a house, if you buy a house, if you make if you ask for a loan, anything that you ask and somebody wants that plus X percent, the X percent is something that does not exist. Right? I'm not even going.
I don't really see it that way. I don't see it that way.
Well,
it's all a standard of exchange. What you can get for what you give. What you can get for what you can give. Okay, so the values of things change upon how much you want it and how much someone else is willing to give you for it in exchange. It's all an exchange thing. So everything
I understand.
switches according to what you can negotiate.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Let me go really fucking low. If I got 10 marble balls, right, and there is none, those are the only ones, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I give it to you, Sydney, and but for you to do whatever you want, play the game or go, okay, no problem. I'll give it to you, but I want 10% back, and there is none else. That I'm equating the 10 balls as the total of the sum.
So how do I? So where do I get my 10% from?
So you would not be getting it. You would not get anything back.
Right, because it's physically impossible.
I'd have to trade.
The total amount of the Monopoly money.
I'd have to trade the money.
So if you know that, then you're just giving him the balls. You're just giving him the balls.
I'd have to trade the balls for something of 10% that's valued 10% more than the balls, and then I can get my 10%. Right?
Yeah, you could trade the balls for something. Some guy has plates.
They're not worth anything until somebody
10 balls usually
puts a value on them and wants
will
them.
get you 10 plates. You give him the balls, but he can get 15 plates. Okay.
It was a training exercise that I saw in a YouTube video about financial the economic system.
Hey, Iron,
right? The monetary system. It's
Iron's in the chat.
I'm Section 8. Never had a career. Yeah, I live under government subsidies, sir. I'm not good at business in this stuff.
So what is your as a president?
My citizenship here.
As president, then we're not going to give you the economic portfolio.
The what?
Right? No.
The economic portfolio.
Here, no, the problem. The exercise of this is to understand that if you go at total, you cannot request the recipient or ask the recipient of something more than there is, right? That's the whole point, right? And if you go globally, you cannot ask for 10% of the whole total amount of money in circulation or not circulation, right? Because there's no more money. Yeah, you can print it, but what happened when you print the money? The Federal Reserve, when they ask the mean people to actually print it, is at a cost. They even the fucking interest. They ask for interest to get money. What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's the corruption starts from the printing press. They're asking, okay, I give you $100 million, but I want 10% of that.
So
You
that's how
can't.
it would be. That's okay. So that's
Yeah,
how it
no,
would be.
Well, that
Yeah, but
10%
it's
comes off.
impossible.
The 10% comes off the top.
What top? The top is the 100 million.
That's
You
right.
get what
No,
I'm
there's
saying or
100
not?
million.
No, how would that work? How would that work in the reality that you're advocating?
You give me $100 million, I'll take 10% of that, give it to you, and I'll work with the rest.
No, because the idea is that I give you a set amount and I want 10% of that amount.
I just
Right?
said that's exactly what I said.
10% plus. No, you're going back on 90. I'm not saying going back on 90. I want my fucking 100 units or whatever fucking amount we
Yeah,
that I
but
gave you.
you're the
plus
no,
10%.
you're the president though. You're the president. It's not your money.
Oh no. Okay, now my version. My
Yes.
version is, and I'm gonna print it. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go to the live text. Right now, I gave you the link. It's called the Venus Project, which is the resource-based economy. And I met the guy. This guy he's the equivalent of fucking Albert Einstein, right? Jack Fresco. He died already, right? And this guy is talking. There's plenty of videos, free resources, and everything, right? And he's advocating for no money, no work, and basically what you Bill said is almost fucking dead on. It is about controlling the whole resources for the whole of the people. So everything is for everybody. There is no superiority or anything like that. We are equal altogether. If we need to do something, and it's based on situational, right? For example, let's say Africa is a place where there is more power of sunlight. So we put solar panels there, and we feed the world with electricity. For
Hold on a
example,
second.
yeah, where there's
Hold
more
on a
waves.
second. Yes.
Go on.
Okay. I was just going to say, human greed will work itself
No.
into society. Wait, let me finish.
Okay. No. I have finished, for fuck's sake. The problem with this is that we are fucked up in society right now. We cannot do it right now because we are what you just said. We got greed. So it's not about us. It's about our descendants. We have to train our kids and their grandsons. Yeah, to be their grandsons. Our grandsons.
I wasn't going to go there. I wasn't going to go there.
No, but that's the problem. We know. I'm not. This cannot be fixed.
I have a say too. You know.
Go on.
The generations are coming.
What I was going to say is that it would probably infect society to such a point where it's best to have less people, because if there's less people, then each individual person can get more. So you don't want to have too many people around. And if you don't want to have too many people around, then you start controlling families, or you self-control families, or it becomes I think it'll become very greedy, very messy, very quickly.
No,
Sure
not
has
really.
been.
Yeah, but your frame of mind is on people being greedy. You're talking about
People
now.
are greedy.
I'm
People
not
are
talking about
greedy.
now.
No, throughout history.
I understand. Oh, fuck me. I'm not interested in the past. I just said about my fucking grandson. Yeah, I'm moving forward. The problem, we have to adopt this in the future, not in the past.
Okay.
The past is fucked up, right? We're talking about taking
and the future's going to be better, right? Future's going to be better.
No, I don't know.
If history is any preface, yes.
Of course. Well, yeah, I guess it's to some degree, but people are still going to be.
And the iron.
That's good enough for me.
People are still going to be greedy.
The Federal Reserve is not federal. It's just a private institution, so that doesn't matter. Okay,
there are no reserves.
There are no reserves in the the Federal Reserve is not federal. It's not a federal institution.
Tell me something. Is solving the Federal Reserve issue the key to changing?
No, the monetary system is a cancer of our society, because controlling resources, meaning I'm better than you. If I control the resources, I don't have to exert physical thing for me to sustain myself. I better make you work and clean my shit, or do my food, or clean my yard, and I'm sitting speaking to Bill. Do you understand what I mean?
I like
Right?
that.
It's all about power.
I like that.
That's the way to be.
It's just as
I
long
think
as
that-
it depends
that's
which
it.
side you're on. If you're on the side of the guy that's having his shoes shined and
Right.
Technology will continue to advance to the point where it's virtually effortless to satisfy our needs. And
Correct.
in that point, all this economic activity is just going to be propped up, just because that's the way we've always been doing things. And
But do
that's
you see that most things nowadays are automated because
Yeah.
the owners of whatever enterprise, they say, fuck it, I want to put automation. You got cashiers or cashierless
it's
supermarkets,
cheaper and more
right?
efficient. You betcha.
Right. But that means that our daughters, our kids, or our or whoever, our relatives, are no longer working there.
But that's not the true benefit of the technology increase. That's just uh, the technology increase. That's how it's affecting people who are motivated for greed and profit. The true benefit of the technology increase is that it's more easier and less costly to fulfill people's needs. Okay, and it'll come a point we can just jump
Exactly.
off of all that exchange shit, and
Well,
Okay.
we just
our needs is based on um how we shape the world, or the how the leaders shape the world,
it's
right?
a hugely diverse group of people in competition for resources.
Sure,
That's
sure,
what all
sure.
that conflict is about. Well,
Correct, correct.
because the resources are scarce and hard to attain. Technology advances to the point where these things are readily accessible. The infrastructure is there. We can
But
even make stuff that doesn't need to be maintained.
right,
Tools and machines that
right,
don't need to be maintained. They just
right.
do what they do.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. So
And
that's that.
that means less people doing things, right? That means less people uh, um
Toiling.
re- yeah, well, okay,
Toiling
toiling. Yeah, okay, fuck it,
to
toiling.
to
Yeah.
to satisfy our survival needs.
And we are producing more of our kids.
We
You know,
could or
more
could not.
more.
No, I think if a lot of people had leisure time and stuff, they may not reproduce so many kids.
That's
I think
correct.
the family may fade away. People start enjoying life because they realize we're just here one life through. I don't. The woman doesn't want to be a baby factory
Right,
for her one
right,
existence.
right, right,
As
right,
much
right.
as a guy doesn't want to be a coal miner for the third generation coal miner.
Especially if he's culture driven.
Okay, so they get the work ethic out of there.
Right.
Okay, and you
Get rid of
start.
get rid get rid of get rid of religion or
You
any type of indoctrination
that our
value.
profane and
Right.
worldly needs are somehow are bad and condemn us, and
Well,
we should live our lives to experience the best quality lives we can, and don't worry about eternal salvation, all that superstitious ancient crap. That's just about establishing a powerful membership, a religion, a powerful membership. So
yeah. I
yeah,
am Charity. I've got 5 videos I have downloaded from YouTube on how money is made. Never mind the fucking how the US is being established. The whole wide world, right? Yeah, it's come from the fucking Russia, Rockefellers, and all them fucking free assholes that says, okay, you give me the control of the money, I'll control the world, or not the world, but whatever, control
well, that
the.
was necessary though. It wasn't
Uh,
pretty. Wasn't pretty, but that's the way we built it up from the mud.
no, that was the one chosen for free assholes to pass legislation on a weekend or on a Sunday when there was all the Congress people were fucking having a lovely day with the family.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, that's the recent status of that kind of activity. But I'm talking further back in
right.
history, from the. Have you read or seen the Third Wave? Alvin Toffler's The Third Wave. That book.
No,
He describes the waves of civilization. First, we were hunter gatherers, and then we
right.
became agriculture, and so we had city and state. That was the first wave, and then the next wave was mechanical, industrial. Okay, and when the civilization crashes with that wave, it crashes and there's all sorts of eddy currents of conflicts with the previous paradigm. Okay, because the values conflict because of the great technological advances. So he was talking about the third wave being the information age and computers. And this he wrote this a long time. He's the guy who wrote Future Shock. This is like in the 70s, and stuff back when I used to read. And the first 4 chapters of that gave me a real good perspective about just about the advancement of civilization and the way things are. And yeah, the next wave is going to be big. It's going to all the values and practices and sensibilities are going to be totally in conflict, and the ones the progress that's better will eventually settle in, and we'll have what do they have on? Where do you get your food on the Enterprise? The, the the food device, if you want.
Oh, replicator.
The replicator. I have replicators, or something just close to it.
Well, that's easy because we got food farms. Yeah, we got hydroponics, right? And there is a fucking cities, yeah, in Japan or some other places where they're using warehouses and things like that to make their own food for the local people, which is based on the resource-based economy. What Jack Fresco is talking about, a city that can self-sustain itself.
Yeah,
right,
and in the future,
and not govern.
In the future, it'll be edible, nutritious plastic. You'll see.
Well,
you laser print your meals, and it's the best for you. It's the best thing for you.
Well, that would solve money issue.
It's coming. You'll see. Yeah, money was obsolete, but it's propped up because it's all we know. It's been very pernicious and persistent, but it's not based on anything anymore, is it? It used to be based on the gold standard, and before it was gold, jewels, and ancient times. Who's that?
Peter Joseph. I met the guy as well. He was the advocate or the poster boy for Jack Fresco, which was the Saigai movement. I was a member of the Saigai movement here in the UK or in London, right? And that was to call it because Ian, you are like a Christian, right? Imagine me preaching for the resource-based economy, right? So basically advocating for a better world without anybody governing anybody else. That would be fucking wicked. Yeah, but of course the powers that be will not let you do that. So we are fighting a almost an unwinnable battle.
I think we always must have governance. We're dealing with diverse multiple people.
Well, the government could be automated. For example, I'll give you an example, right? We can have a massive computer saying, okay, there is not enough. I'm gonna be fucking stupid. There's not enough toilet rolls, right? Just to give you an example, right? You got every time you fucking pull, the sensor knows how much you can use, shall we call it, right? So the sensor says, okay, I'm gonna send you 3 more.
Right? Three
so
seashells.
the system,
go ahead.
Yeah, 3 rolls, 3 fucking toilet shit paper, right? Yeah, it will get dispatched and it will get stored, right? So the system knows that this house has got +3, right? Once you take it away and put the other one, yeah, I'm just giving a shitty example, but you can do this with any particular, right? With food, with this, with that, whatever, right? With the locomotion, with power consumption, right? Okay, let's go for power consumption instead of fucking shit paper, right? Let's say the city consumes more than it needs. Well, it will suck it from wherever the batteries are from the different town or from the solar panels in Africa, for example. Yeah, I just say that because that's the place where the more sunlight is, or wind farms or whatever, right? So the system will feed itself, and there's no electricity bill, no nothing. It's just that if I consume more, right, it will be provided basically as required. Right, and that's the whole fucking thing that it needs. The same thing with water, with the same thing with food consumption. Yeah, I want an apple. I want this. No problem. You type it in, and it will get sorted. You know that here in the UK, I've seen it here. Seriously, I tell you something that you might not fucking believe this, right? I may take a picture and show you because you won't fucking believe it, right? There is a automated box, yay big, like a trolley, right? That is the shopping for the people that cannot go to the supermarket, right? So they purchase, right? I'm generalizing, right? They purchase something. The store people put it onto the thing. The person puts the input of the address, and via GPS, it will fucking go to the house, right? Okay, that's the whole fucking point about the resource-based economy. Whatever needs to be going to whatever it needs to be going. Did I say that twice? Yes, right. It will be there. It will reach, right? Yeah,
But
go on.
civility must be firmly established.
For sure,
Because a
for
system
sure.
like that, you can have some guy,
Oh
it's
god,
trundling down the sidewalk and some guy takes a
right. But the
whiz in it.
point, yeah. But one of the things, for example, that Peter Joseph said, which is one of the advocates for this system, is that you will not do that in a society where things are free. You don't need to rob what is free,
Right.
right?
But if
Because
you had
you
such a
can go to.
society, if you had such a society and
Mhm.
everything was free and people still did shit like that, would it be best just to get rid of them?
I would not get rid of it. I would use what we used to call evolution, right? It will wean out, right? Eventually, right? Yes, we can. I don't want to go into the prison service. We can use counseling, right? I go, motherfucker, what are you doing? You get your shit for free, and you still nicking other people's stuff. Are you for fucking for real? Yeah.
And they say,
I mean,
yeah, it's the way I think of things. That's what I'm going to do it. Now, what you going to do?
well, that we're talking about a extreme side of it, and that would happen
It'll
into
reduce the
everything.
number.
It's not so extreme.
It'll use it.
No,
Won't it?
no. I'm talking about. Yeah, go on.
Won't it reduce the number of people committing crime?
For sure,
It
100%.
should,
There
yeah.
you go. What's wrong with that?
In theory,
What's wrong with that to start off with?
Talking about
Right.
the ones that still commit the
Yeah,
crime.
irrelevant.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, there's going to be the
It-
exception, but when the exception becomes the only problem, then
Exactly.
it's manageable.
I'm just asking, what do you do with the exceptions, though?
Well, then you see, it's all progressive, right? At the beginning, which
You
is now,
you can
we have to,
rehabilitate the exceptions because they
right?
know what the other side is. The other side is, you get looked after. They fucked up. As long as they didn't do something too violent, they can get rehabilitated because they know that on the other side it's not
Oh,
it's not
okay,
despair
you
like
wanna-
now.
Put them
you
all on
wanna- you
Long
wanna come-
Island. You put them on Long Island and with a big fence around it.
and we provide for them. Put it that way. It's you want the shit. What shit
Yeah,
do
but
you want?
you provided for them before they committed crime, so they know.
Correct.
So they know
Correct.
what it is that they're going back to, and it's not
So
despair.
that means it's a mental problem.
The
It's not
reason
a
they
problem
do
we
it,
need.
the reason they do it
It's-
is
it's
because
a-
you're
it's a-
providing for them.
It's
That's
a
why they do
no.
it.
It's a
No.
gratitude. It's a gratitude problem.
It's the outlaw problem. It's rampant right
Yeah,
here in America.
maybe.
All these people are against progressive things. You're violating my freedom. If I get vaxxed, if I get the vax and there's a mandate for a mask, you're violating my freedom. And I'm going to lose the world. What the fuck is with that?
Well, you're
I-
violating my freedom if you circumcise me at 8 days old either as well. So yeah, who's
Yeah, well,
fighting for me? Who's fighting for me?
we have to
Who?
sacrifice our freedoms. We have to sacrifice our freedoms in order to be civilized. That's
no,
what civility is.
some stupid said they said we have to sacrifice our freedom, our liberties to be free.
Yeah.
I heard that in an interview. It's fucking bollocks.
Well, it may sound weird, but you have the liberty to murder somebody. How can we be free if someone feels they have the liberty to murder somebody?
Yeah,
That's
but
what the laws are about.
People who
Well,
murder other people don't murder them because they feel they have the liberty. They just have no self-control.
or by necessity, food or whatever. Yeah,
Well,
or
that's what liberty
to
is,
provide.
doing whatever you
No,
fucking
well, I
want to
said
do.
murder. I said murder
Liberty is doing what
specifically.
you feel like doing. No matter what your mental processes are, we look at liberty. They should have liberty because they're human beings.
Well,
and
let's
whoever
put
the
it
fuck
this
they
way.
think.
Let's put
No,
it
we
this.
have law and order.
Democracy is a limited principle. In other words, we can't have a vote here in this room. We could vote. Look out for number 1, and Bill Pasdu could vote 2 against me to have me terminated from the room or whatever, or from life, whatever, right? that's democratic, but it's not fair. So it's a limited principle.
Right, but in this
But
one, in the Venus Project,
it's
for example,
civilization.
there's a better way, right? Is basically arriving at a decision. We don't make the decision. It's arrived at, right? So we haven't got any power. For example, I'll give you an example. If we want to put solar panels, right, would and we're going to put it in the planet anywhere. Where would you put it? In the North Pole, or are you going to put it in the hottest part of the country?
I'd put it on land that I own. And
Right. So you just have right.
I'd buy the Sahara Desert, and
No, forget about buying. We're talking about location, not purchasing.
Put it on
right?
the moon and then transport the energy from the moon.
Well, if that can be done, fine,
with
right?
big
We're talking about
reflectors.
possibilities, right?
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I would say to you, Bill, can we do it? Yeah. So we arrive at the conclusion that that's the
Hey,
best one.
Hey guys,
That's the whole point I'm getting at.
Why
Yeah,
don't
it's
one of
arriving
you?
at a decision.
Hey,
not making it.
one of you
You're
call?
over talking.
Sorry, but I have a brilliant idea. I only do it when I have
Okay.
brilliant ideas.
Of course.
Whenever you call Elon Musk to come in here and we can talk about it with him, because he'd probably have some ideas.
Why? Why? No, he
Who?
does. No, he doesn't fucking have ideas.
Who's that?
He's Elon Musk, the one who made the rockets, right?
What's his problem?
No,
he's
no.
good at solving problems.
No, he's not. No, he's
No,
not.
he's
He's got
not?
scientists. No, he's not. He's
Oh.
got scientists that solve the problem for him. Do you think he solved the problem about the rockets landing on the fucking pad? No, he didn't.
No, but he had the idea.
He's got the fucking dog. Oh, idea does. You can have an idea of something, but don't know how to make it happen.
Yeah, no, he's an engineer. He knows how to make it.
Yeah, but he doesn't work alone, my man. You know what I
Of
mean?
course, he
just
doesn't
say,
work
okay,
alone, but he's
right.
He understands the mechanics behind everything that happens.
Indeed. Well, probably.
You're motivated.
but-
You have your goals. You delegate the responsibilities, and
Right.
you organize people to solve problems.
Happy days.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you should not be paid more than 3 times as much as anybody else working in the company because you have that talent.
Well, I think the minimum wage should be $1,000 an hour.
Well, I don't think you shouldn't have a minimum wage. You should get everything you want, everything you want, all your shelter and all that stuff. If you want,
I was
luxuries,
not
then-
serious.
okay. Well, it's similar, but if you want luxuries and things, then you find out how to do it. But
What's a luxury? A computer?
No, a luxury is a reduction of things that you cannot obtain in a normal way. Yeah,
Well,
basically
is a
a resource.
Is a computer?
No, it's a
luxury?
resource. It's a resource.
it's a creature. It's a creature comfort above survival or whatever established quality of life.
right.
That's the ground.
Who's
Ground quality of
establishing-
life, and anything above that is
Who establishes that quality of life? People who aren't
government.
exactly
No.
exactly
No.
people who have cushy jobs establish the quality of life for those
Not that
who have to
government.
eke out.
I'm talking about the government we're going to have.
Oh, our government.
The government we're going to have
Okay.
to do that.
All right.
So you can have a car. You need transportation. You get yourself a little car. If you want a 4-door with a sport package and stuff, you go and you have to get that in the free market.
So the free market is thriving.
The free market is, well, I don't think it should be as vigorous as it is because it just creates disparate wealth, obscene disparate wealth. So I'm not that much in love with luxuries, but because my life I've learned to live within my means.
Do you
And I see a
not
lot
have
of that
any
stuff as
luxuries? Do you not have any
Yeah,
luxuries
I got all
whatsoever?
my guitars, all my toys. Yeah. I do
Okay,
have
so
luxury.
in your world you wouldn't have that.
I would not have a Learjet. I don't think people, or whatever the fuck it is, all the shit Trump has, golden portraits of himself and golden escalators and all that shit.
I'd have that for sure.
Well, I'd have it available, but it would
I mean,
be
if Trump
almost
doesn't,
private.
if Trump doesn't want his, I'll take him.
Yeah. Well, he may have to let go of some of that stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah, no. Look at the apartment. Couldn't a nice gold escalator fit in more nicely, perfectly?
Yeah. Really.
Mm-hmm.
No, it would be too bright on the background. I won't be able to see it properly.
I'll get a light designer to come in and fix it.
What you do is if you would just transfer to another location to live that has an escalator in there, and then when you get tired of it, you go somewhere else. People can move and relocate
I don't like
just to
doing that.
change their surroundings, or you
I
can
don't
stay
like
where you
doing
want to
that.
stay.
I want to
And it's
stay
all
here. No, I wanna
yeah.
stay
Well,
here.
you may change your mind, and one of the reasons you probably don't, if you could, it's because of the costs involved in moving and stuff. But you
No,
be
I
able to
like where I
stay.
live. Why
Okay, well,
do I want to move?
that works out good for you.
Yeah.
The puddle is comfortable.
I can't think of anywhere else that I would want to live unless it was being financed. In which case, my mind and my imagination can run wild.
Have you ever been to a beach house in Malibu?
I never have been to Malibu.
Man, me
I've
neither.
been to a beach house, but it's fucking wicked. You know what I mean? Living in a resort with lots of resources available, it's kind of nice.
They got some real nice houses.
What if we live in a society that you can have that without any impediment? Won't be that nice instead of being somebody control that event, that
Well,
resource.
the thing is, there's only that one house. There's always going to be a conflict of availability. I'm talking about the survival things should be they could be provided without conflict. Food, basic shelter, all this other stuff, medical care and stuff. But the luxuries, you got conflicts. You know, there's only because things are unique. You want things that are unique, and everybody can't have them, and that's when you get competition.
All right, let me respond to Iron Charity here. We're not limited by technology. You're absolutely wrong, right? We are limited by the people who control the technology,
Mhm.
right? For example, if there is no Android, if there no Apple, or there's no any other thing, but just one system, yeah, then we will have the technology is there. Is whoever controls it limited to it limits it. It's that simple, right? So technology is not an issue. We have it. Listen, Jack Fresco in the 40s, he could fucking run the fucking world for free. So the technology that at that time, right, was sufficient to sustain the world. So technology is never ever going to be an issue. Never ever. Is who controls it. That's it.
If the technology involved in things that are used to be considered luxuries but are now very commonplace and easy to produce, then those things are would no longer be luxuries.
Where is
And they
Skegness?
so it's true that the quality as technology improves, the level of the bar of luxury comes down. Everything becomes, you know, luxury is not something that it becomes commonplace.
What's luxury? I still haven't. You haven't
It's
defined luxury.
subjective. True, it's subjective. It's just it depends on
Well, if it's subjective, then the UBI's got to be subjective too.
what's the UBI.
Universal basic income. That,
Universal.
yeah, that's what it provides
is.
for everybody to be housed and clothed and.
Yeah, that's the basic grief about establishing what are the necessities. Well, who's going to say what are the necessities and what are luxuries? Okay, and the people that are invested and have been able to shit on everyone below them are going to say, you know, who's going to determine that? Okay, the haves and the have-nots. I'm just saying we should be. Technology will eventually, by its own impetus, increase the haves. Increase the haves. That former have-nots will be haves.
Right, but it's not the house. It's who controls the house. The problem.
It's who lets in the club. Yeah, it's who's controlling the door to the
Right,
club.
right.
And that's the vested interest in keeping things the way they used to be, sometimes called conservatism, and progressive thinking that seeks to solve problems and implement them in real ways, broad-reaching, real ways. That's why I'm always going to be a lefty. Problem solving, technology,
What
problem
if you
solving, and
what
benevolence.
if you
Benevolence. I gotta say it loud.
what if you owned a small little hovel, a little house, a little small piece of property, maybe not so small, whatever, but they found gold, they found oil on it. Are you still going to be a lefty?
Well, not in the future. In my future, I wouldn't be. Now, if they found.
Yeah.
Oh, if like,
Yeah,
I'll still be.
if all of
be
a
a
sudden,
Beverly Hillbilly. I'll be
if
a
all of
Beverly
a
Hillbilly.
sudden an asset that you own, which is worth nothing, all of a sudden turned to be extremely valuable.
I would live better than I'm living now, but I also would be giving it out. I would be
Okay,
a philanthropist.
put me on your list.
Yeah, you're on my list. I almost sent you a computer the other day.
Oh, damn. You know what I didn't like about that sentence?
Yeah, almost.
Almost.
I just don't have one to do it. Can't afford the shipping. And
Well,
it probably isn't as good as the one you have.
It's a thought that counts, and I'm sure it wouldn't have been as fast.
Yeah.
Thank you anyway.
Well, I was starting to get impatient. It's starting to get fidgety.
Which means?
You know how I duck out.
Yeah, I do. Sydney, that's a shit hypothesis. Ooh, somebody's challenging the great Sydney Winston.
Oh, let me see.
Who's that?
Oh, I don't know, but obviously an enemy of the great Sydney Winston. What hypothesis? I forget. What hypothesis did I throw out there?
Oh, there's some good comments here. You need to make sure that the replay has these comments in them.
I got it. I've got it. I've got
The
it.
replay, the comments are showing on the screen, so you don't have to worry about it.
No, but I've got it on a different. Yeah,
that's hard to read, but you know.
If you look at
no,
the
you know
YouTube,
what? No. Reduce the our chat, yeah, and then get the chat from your YouTube live, deattach it, and then open it. You don't need the whole fucking browser. Yeah, deattach the.
It is deattached. It is deattached.
No, I'm talking about Bill.
I'm in the meeting. I'm in the meeting here, so I don't see.
No, I understand. I'm in the meeting as well. But what I'm saying is that you can see the chat by deattaching on your live the live stream. Pop out. Deattach. Pop out. Yeah.
Yes.
Pop out,
I do that all the time.
And then half of the screen.
Yeah, but the problem is that when I'm going to leave here in a minute, but there's all sorts of good chat going on. If I come back and want to watch the replay, I want to be able to see it. When you play the YouTube replay,
you can because it's on the screen. Because it's on
right.
the YouTube replay.
Right, it's on this one, but I've had many experience.
I just implemented this new putting those chat there recently. Yes, I know what you mean.
Sydney Winston, ever vigilant to improve your viewing quality.
I aim to serve. I survive. I have been put on this planet to serve you.
Sydney is here to make changes, and for the best.
You heard the man.
Who's the man?
Who's the man? All our bills are past due, and Sydney's here to pay them. I'm going. See you later.
All right.
Nice talking. Yeah.
Peace out. See you next time. He left the meeting, and now the whole ambient mood has deflated.
Yes.
Well, what do you feel like doing?
Fucking hell, 9:30. Man,
well, I tell you, this particular stream has been in 15 minutes. It'll be 2 hours. So yeah, if you want to just call it a stream for now, and we'll pick it up later.
Yeah, well, I won't be later because tomorrow I'm working. Yeah, and I'm using my crane tomorrow for something really delicate, lifting some stuff.
Take video.
So no, I can't. It's a sensitive area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
and
then we'll see you.
It's got fucking CCTV.
Yeah, when you get
CCTV cameras and everything.
When you get back in 2-3 days, we'll talk about it.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, man.
It's a new it's a multi-million company. Sorry.
You're telling me
government
you're already telling us too much. You know that, right? Stop it.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I was. If I tell you too much, I have to kill you.
You have to kill everybody's watching.
Yeah. Right. So you do whatever you need to do to carry on here. What?
Yep.
No.
I got it covered.
Right. So, okay.
So,
I'm going.
are you gonna go?
I'll be
We could
for
carry on
however long
talking
night.
offline.
By Wednesday night,
We could carry on talking offline.
obviously.
You know. I just that my sister being pretty slow. Shutting down.